Correct me if I am wrong, but this Lexus ES350 never crosses the mind when you are thinking of buying a 22 million naira luxury car. But the moment somebody reminds you about this car, you just know that is the right decision. Look at it. It doesn't look like something that will stress you. It doesn't look like a bad boy at all. This is a car that just looks very, very peaceful. Today, I'm going to tell you all you need to know about the 2013 to 2018 Lexus ES350, the upsides, the downsides, and some hidden secrets here and there. My name is Crank, and this is 234 Drive. Let us get into it. Just look, see how big this car is. There's a reason why. You know that older Lexus ES350, the one before this one, the popular one, that car was based off the Toyota Camry. But Lexus thought about it. Let us make the ES350 better. So they went to meet Avalon and they took that chassis of the Avalon. So this car is no longer based on the Camry. This one was based on the Avalon. And you know that the Avalon is already a premium Toyota. So it just made sense that Lexus took that Avalon chassis, that skeleton of the Avalon, and used it to build the ES350. That's why it looks bigger now, looks bold, looks like this car is now more executive. Yes, that's the word. Just look at that front styling. Very urban, very demure, not very catchy. I like it. The headlights, they have LEDs here. Then we have the spindle grille. This spindle grille on this ES350, Lexus started to incorporate their new spindle grille design. So I like it. I like the way this chrome runs around here. Also, if you have more money, maybe you have now 25, 26 million naira, you can buy the facelift that came out in 2015. That one just has a more aerodynamic look. The headlights has one part that is separated, as you can see. So the headlights is not just straight like this one. And the grille now gives us that L finesse. It looks very, very L finesse. Let's look at the back. The rear is also very interesting to look at. We have the lights wrapping around end to end. We have the chrome in the right place. And one thing I like about this car is, like I said, it looks very executive, it looks very mature. So on the road, for instance, in Nigeria, police is not going to stop you because this car just looks like its papers are complete. Once you see this car on the road, the police know that, its papers are complete. Traffic enforcement officers will not try to waste your time because they know that you're going to take them to court if they try to waste your time. So this car gives you that immunity on the road. You're just in your own world. You're a serious man or woman just going on his or her own. So this car, like I said, very peaceful. Let's check the back seat. So compared to the previous ES350, this car has extra 4 inches of legroom. So yeah, very comfortable. And the materials in this car, whoa, like, I'm not going to act like I am surprised because I do not expect less. Like I said, this is a luxury sedan and it is just right. The headroom is also very right and you get rear AC cooling for backseat passengers. You need to hide some documents, you also need to keep some documents safe. You use this stuff here. You can see the seats, it has turned. This is a perforated seat, meaning they are heated and they are cooled. But it has turned because of, I'm sure somebody mishandled something and just scratched it. So if you have this car, be careful with the leather. Because this small scratch now, or this small discontinuation has damaged the beauty of this fine perforated black leather in the back of the Lexus ES350 we are reviewing today. But yeah, let's go to the front and see what it has to offer the pilot. I know you can see how properly built this car is. But one thing I don't like about the interior, I can see everything is well put together. The quality is great. This is great quality. You can see this analog clock here. You only get this in a Rolls Royce, or you can get it in a W212 Mercedes-Benz E350. They also copy the Rolls Royce. This is a symbol for luxury. So one thing I don't like is this interior. Look at it. It doesn't have like a symmetry to it. It doesn't look symmetrical. Like it just looks, just put this on, put this on, put this on. It does be like this is quality. Everything is, this is actually stitched. Good materials, but it doesn't have a symmetry to it like the Avalon or the E350, which are its counterparts. So when you close your eyes, you cannot imagine how this dashboard looks. When you close your eyes, I want to imagine the dashboard of the ES350. It just looks scattered. I don't like that everything's just scattered all over the place. I really don't like that. You also have this trackpad here. It's very, very stressful to use because this 7-inch infotainment is not touchscreen. So you have to use trackpad and be clicking. See, if you're using mouse from Windows 87, do you get? Like you have to be clicking, and a lot of functionalities are buried deep into the infotainment. So you have to be clicking, using these buttons. So navigating in this car can be tough for someone that is not patient. So know that if you are buying this car. But that aside, well put together, nice quality materials. I told you these seats are heated and cooled, so you control it with this here. You can, when you start the car, the sun visor with this button, once you press it, the sun visor goes down like this. See, it goes down. So if you need to have a clearer view while you're moving, you can do that. And very well is hot, you want to protect the car, you do that. To be very honest, this steering is cute. I love how it looks, and it has wood around it, shows you the quality, and it is heated. So when you're driving, everywhere is cold, you want your steering to feel warm, just press this button and it feels warm. Don't worry, we're going to drive this car. What drives this car is the same 3.5 liter V6 2GR FE engine paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Puts out about 270 horsepower in this car because this car is actually very heavy. And before I drive this car, I need you to know one thing. This is not a sporty car. So it drives on a front wheel platform. It's a front wheel drive car. If you want the sporty feel, go for the Lexus ES350 or ES350 or the Lexus GS350. Lexus GS350 is such an underrated car. But don't worry, we'll talk about that one another day. Like I said, this car is not for twisty roads, not for windy roads. This is just for daily, comfortable driving all day, all night. So let's drive this car and see how it feels. Clean dash, clean dash. I love when I drive a car and the dash is clean. Shows that the owner is responsible. 6-speed drive. You have 3 drive modes actually. You have Eco, Economical, you have the normal, and you have the Sport. Once you put it in Sport, you see red. Eco, you see blue. Normal, no color. So let's... This is a refined car. Yeah, compared to the Avalon, this is actually more refined. Feels like the Avalon, but it is heavier, and I can feel that weight on my steering. Suspension is also planted. Makes me feel planted into the ground. So this guy is very, very calm. It's just calm. It's just calm. It's just there. Luxury wise, this is a luxury car for sure. Drives like luxury, feels like luxury. Yeah, maybe you get a few stairs because this guy is not common. So when people see it, they get reminded that, oh, that Lexus exists. That one we see for that place that 4 months ago exists. Transmission also kicks in and it does its tang. Yeah. So once you put it in sports, the car just becomes a bit more responsive. It's actually a gimmick, just a bit more responsive. It doesn't even have paddle shifters. So if you had the sports trim, like I said, different options, you have paddle shifters here. But this one on this steering, you just have you pick up, you call voice recognition, different modes for your infotainment. I'm in sports mode now. And it doesn't feel any faster than it was. I passed the wrong road. And the reverse camera, very, very precise. Very, very precise. It shows you like, even like as I'm turning my steering, can you see it? Can you see it? It's turning. I'm turning my steering, it's turning. So you can't even crash because you know what exactly your steering is up to. Because you're reversing. You know, reversing puts you in a blind spot. Luxury check. It checks all the boxes. I've driven a couple of luxury cars and I would say that this one feels just like it should be. No gimmicks, nothing. The reason I don't like about this car is this dashboard. I just cluttered all over the place. Although it might not look like that to you. I don't know, but to me it just looks cluttered all over the place. Aside that, everything else works for me. If I needed a car to just drive every day, wake up, drive, come back, I'll get this car. Like I didn't care about speed, performance. It performs well. So the car does what it needs to do for you, but you shouldn't expect anything crazy from it. Not you expect it to flog every car on the road, expect it to brake fast. No, to do it in its own way, a calm, comfortable way. So yeah, that's all I think you need to know about how this car drives. I'll tell you the issues you would face if you have this car. And for the life of me, I never thought the day would come where I'm reviewing a car and I'll say it's not like this car doesn't have issues. This car doesn't have issues, doesn't have any wahala. But because we're in Nigeria, there's some Nigerian made issues, some Nigerian factors that make this car that make buying this car just something you need to be careful about, because you want to buy this car, you can't just go and buy anyone you see. There's some things you need to know. Number one is that a lot of these cars come into the country with accidents, salvage cars. They buy them from Canada, from the US. They come into the country, they have damage on them, body damage, physical damage, secondary or primary. Then they don't fix them well. So when you buy cars like this and they don't fix them well, first, there might be a mileage scam, they might have turned the mileage. Number two, the airbag lights might be on. So when you sit down in the passenger seat, the airbag is supposed to come on. You see airbag on, like you can see. And also, there's no airbag lights meant to show on the dashboard. If there's an airbag light on the dashboard, the car was probably accidented, in quotes. It was repaired from an accident. So that's one thing you need to be careful about. And the thing about accident cars is they don't fix them well. The drive is not smooth. Maybe the chassis has bent. When you're driving, you're hearing some weird sounds. So you need to be careful of that. Number two issue is misfire due to bad maintenance. If you are buying a Nigerian used Lexus ES350 and it's misfiring, you scan it to see engine, check cylinder, something. Just know that you need to change maybe nozzles, spark plugs, or the coils. There was one day I was inspecting this car and I saw something about fuel leak. And when I opened the bonnet, I saw that the fuel was leaking. So there are some small O-rings around the fuel nozzle of this car. One of them was missing in the car, so fuel was seeping out slowly. So these small things, don't ignore it. All you have to do was buy the car, buy the O-ring for maybe 4K or 3K, put the O-ring around the nozzle, fix it, and the fuel leak stopped. So yeah, misfire is very common in these cars. In fact, when you're driving, it's supposed to be a smooth drive. When you fire and it's not smooth, misfire. Another common issue is that this car uses a 22-pin transmission. Same thing with the Lexus RX350 Camry, that 22-pin transmission for the 6-speed automatic. This transmission is sealed. So when you want to service it, use the proper transmission oil. Use the proper transmission oil, because this transmission is 3 million naira. The true cost video is going to come out, so all these costs will mention them, but this transmission, I have to mention it now, it's 3 million naira. So use the right transmission oil and service your transmission every 100,000 miles. Actually, this mileage thing for transmission is not set in stone. It depends on where your car is coming from, the mileage it came with, the error codes on it. So you need to talk with your mechanic and know when to service this transmission. And when you want to service this transmission, in fact, you don't want to do anything around the shaft or the transmission, anything that touches the transmission, make sure that the car is properly cooled down. Pack it overnight till the next day. The car is properly cooled down, then they can touch it. Because if you just touch it, this thing is very temperamental. You touch it when it is hot, the slightest temperature touches transmission, it goes kaboom. 3.2 million naira from your pocket. One last thing that might give you issues when you buy this car, like an accident one, is this ABS. This is the ABS module of this car. This is the ABS. So if you are seeing ABS lights on your dashboard, then you need to change this thing. So you need to be wary of it. So when you're buying this car, like I said, airbag, ABS, those are things you need to be careful of. Engine seats, so it's still solid. So yeah, this car is supposed to give you maximum comfort at all times. So once anything starts to shake, vibrate, just try and check it and fix it in time. I really want to know, what do you think about this car, this review? Is this something you would like to get? Like, what do you like? What don't you like about the 6th generation Lexus ES350? Let me know in the comments. Also, what car do you want to see next? What car should we bring you? A lot of you have requested this car. Here it is for you. Let me know in the comment section, what car do you want to see next? My name is Crank. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is 234 Drive.